Kisa, Kisa. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you for watching. How you guys been? I know I haven't been make a video. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna do a little some work. I got some stuff I gotta fix every time I make a video, live video. Um, give me a second with that. How you guys been? I know I haven't been going live since end of last week, but it just like going live is not easy. So I appreciate all you big supporter, man. I've been rocking with me. Um, Thank you guys for not unsubscribe to my channel when I go live and you're not really see me. I really appreciate that, guys. You guys know, man. There's a lot I go through running a channel. And one of the other things that go through is require watch hour that I need to make those hours so I don't get I don't get demonetized and this that and the third. So sometimes and those live video is very important. You have those. So sometimes even though I'm not there, I like to post those live video just so I can meet the requirement that I need to. Um, I love you guys so much for being supportive with me. I've been trying to put as many content that you guys can see. Um, Thank you so much for watching, all those new people that's watching. I've been trying to do my best, try to post as many content as possible. But um, I do have two jobs, so sometimes it's kind of hard posting content where you like come from one job to another, and then try to go in lives, try to make a content. You get tired, as you can clearly see in the title, we're gonna do what's going on in LA. I didn't know. I don't want to get a chance to go live to talk about the riot. It probably will be better. I know, like right now, it's pretty much after the riot. So there's not a lot of people already see what's been going on. But I just kind of like maybe a little bit go over other things that's been going on, and also um, take and kind of tip in and um, also talk about other news before we get into that. Um, Before we get into that, we all see what's going on this weekend. Yes, today is already Tuesday. I know this past weekend was the BET Award. Um, you saw what's going on with Brittany Renee, talking about how she divorced with um, uh, how she already broke up with Kevin Gate after less than 2 months of wedding. That was a big jokester. People was laughing at it. Lil Wayne performing so many great performances. Kevin Hart hosted. Um, Congratulations to Chris Brown winning awards and stuff like that. It was a great thing for BET. There was a lot of classical people come back. Kendrick Lamar win 3 award show. Um, it was very nice. I would say it was one of good BET award in a while. Beside that, you know what happened while there was the award going on. Um, there was a early riot going on, but like I said, we'll get back on that. Um, I guess one other thing, Vybz Cartel, I guess, met with 21 Savage. We're just gonna tap in a little bit on everything going on, okay, guys? Oh yeah, during the weekend, during the Ice Trump things, one of the biggest TikTok influencer in the world got deported. Cause Trump with the Iceman. If you're not white, you're not right. If you're not white, you're not right. So therefore, like he's from one of those NATO countries. So what's going on is part of NATO country, even though you're here on a visa, you have an extra 2 months, right? You have an extra 2 months where you can stay in a country and also have a chance of renew your work visa. Now I know maybe because he got an extra 2 months, he then maybe run and do that. But because it was, I don't know if they changed the rules. Maybe he didn't know that they changed the rules. That after that 30 days, man, um, doing while he was in Vegas, probably going to a different state, the eyes top him, and probably because he already famous, people probably already recognize him. He like, okay, okay, I'm going back to my country, which is Italy, and I know his real country is Senegal, but he's a citizen of Italy, and eventually he went back, man. Beside that, man, there was so many things going on in LA, right, man. You see a marching going on this weekend. It was um it was a wild, crazy LA, man. There was a wild, crazy LA. It started with just police and with then it was police with ICE. Then it become Trump let it to National Guard. We'll get back on that. Um, Little Durk did get denied for.
Let me tell you about what options he has left and why the bond was denied this time. Now, he's in federal court on a murder for hire charge where he faces the possibility of life in prison. What that means is under the...
So the Little Durk was denied bail for a third time, I believe. Little Durk was denied bail for a third time, to where he could spend the rest of his life in jail. His lawyer is very confident, said that they're confident he probably not gonna do it because there's a lot of hole in their cases. But you're dealing with the feds, man. I can clearly can tell you the feds doesn't play. That's why they have a 96% rating. They don't play. So I know like his lawyer is very confident that they're gonna beat the case, but I don't know, man. We'll see what happened with Diddy, man. Tech is crazy. Beside that, Kai there's another prayer for Justin Bieber, man. He's been going through shit, man. Just send out prayer. Please, when you hear, please like the video, man. Please subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate that, guys. I really love you guys so much. Kanye West changing his name again. I don't know what's wrong with this guy. So he's from yeah to yeah. I don't know what's the astropathy. That's like maybe Japanese, a Haitian do that. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Man, get you're bored. Okay, Young Tug. And today, guys, R. Kelly immediately asked for release from his custody, allegedly try to kill. The Fed try to get him killed. I don't know who's gonna believe that, but that's his prerogative. He's spending 30 years. He was in Chicago, and I guess they tried to transfer him to North Carolina. He said an inmate warned him about that.
How do you feel about half of them being next? They're fucking sellouts. You had Martinez, you had Trio, you had Ramirez, all standing at the front of the line, pushing the people back, shooting rubber bullets at people, and their fucking ancestors will be fucking disgraced of what they're doing.
Yeah, I noticed.
They are defending ICE in Los Angeles.
So, there's that going on. Oh, congratulations to Ice Spice also. He will be part of, I know I'm kind of mixed them up, guys. I'm sorry about that. Officially being part of SpongeBob movie. Now it's an animation movie. I don't know if they're gonna turn it into real life because sometimes there's a lot of animation. Sometimes they kind of remember there's sometimes they mix them up, like kind of like reality and animation together, or like I think it was a Bugs Bunny when they brought Bugs Bunny from the animation world back to real world. I don't know if it's gonna be something like that. If it's gonna be, she gonna turn into giving voice over to like a new SpongeBob movie where she gonna give her voice. We'll see what happened, but congratulations to that. Okay, today also Diddy was denied bail for a second time, even though he has strong evidence. But you know, you're dealing with the Fed. The left always work with prosecutor. We should see what's gonna happen. But so far, for a minute there, he looked like he's gonna win the case. For a minute there, it doesn't look like he's gonna win it. It go by weeks and weeks. But man, the Diddy case, man, is going crazy. And one of the so-called bro, there's his lady, bro. Well, let's take 1 second there. So Diddy got one of the lady who in I guess one of, how you can call it again, one of the so-called victim who's also a witness. She literally just played double jeopardy on Diddy. So that's Jane Doe, who is actually 50 Cent baby mother. Literally, 50 was paying for her lawyer to come to defend Diddy during the trial, but instead she double crossed Diddy by take a plea deal. I guess the prosecutor tried to say, oh, you can go down as a co-conspirator. So she decided, when she got to a grand jury, she decided to go against Diddy, even though Diddy is paying for her lawyer. Oh my God, shit is going crazy, guys. Shit is going bananas. But now she's telling about her story about what Diddy used to do to her. She's telling she literally like telling Cassie's story. She literally like telling Cassie's story. But bro, shit is not looking good for Diddy, bro. Shit is not looking good for Diddy. Because people he thought was gonna be his defense, not turning on him, bro. You can't trust nobody in this entertainment world, man. Nobody. But I'm not even gonna go there. Or I guess tonight.
Good evening, everyone. I wanted to let the city know that I have declared a local emergency and issued a curfew for downtown Los Angeles to stop the vandalism, to stop the looting. Many businesses have now been affected by or vandalized. Last night, there were 23 businesses that were looted. And I think that if you drive through downtown LA, the graffiti is everywhere and has caused significant damages to businesses and a number of properties. So my message to you is, if you do not live or work in downtown LA, avoid the area. Law enforcement will arrest individuals who break the curfew, and you will be prosecuted. Hundreds of officers from police and sheriff departments from across the region and state are working alongside LAPD through a unified command structure. The curfew will be in place tonight from 8 p.m. until 6 a.m. I want to thank the governor for his partnership, and especially thank our state and local leaders and deputies, officers and deputies who are working tirelessly. So curfew guidance, again, it will begin at 8 p.m. tonight and go until 6 a.m. tomorrow. I will consult with elected leaders and law enforcement officials tomorrow on the continuation of the curfew, but we certainly expect for it to last for several days. The curfew area will be between the 5 freeway and to the 110 and the 10 freeway to where the 110 freeway and 5 freeway merge. You look at the map and you can see that the city of Los Angeles is a massive area, 502 square miles. The area of downtown where the curfew will take place is 1 square mile. I think it is important to point this out, not to minimize the vandalism and violence that has taken place there. It has been significant, but it is extremely important to know that what is happening in this 1 square mile is not affecting the city. Some of the imagery of the protests and the violence gives the appearance appearance as though this is a citywide crisis, and it is not. So who? Everyone must abide by this curfew. Limited exceptions will apply for residents, people traveling to and from work, and credentialed media representatives. Good evening, everyone. I wanted to let the city know that I have declared a...
So I guess with all those looting, causing now the city to pose, man, you guys cannot say you want X, Y, Z, and then you guys causing chaos in your own city. It doesn't work like that, guys. You guys gotta do better, man, because you don't want to give them a reason to like bring violence against you guys. Beside that, guys, I think one more stuff so we headed. Carson was a big guy at the BET. Okay. Bro, one of the funniest shit happened at the BET Award, guys, is Carson did not know who Carson did not know who Wale is, right? And during the beginning of the award show, Carson was going to get to his car, and he got in with Wale. Wale gave him a dap, and I guess his friend said, "This is Wale. This is Wale." And Carson said, "Who's this?" What he does, and he takes the cab driver to let Carson know, "Hey, this is Wale. This is this is MMG, and this and the third." And he still did not know. And believe it or not, Carson not know people who's a lot older than they know Wale. Then Wale come back and try to like come to Carson and say, "Bro, you're making me look bad. We definitely gotta talk." And bro, it was kind of funny. I wish I could show you guys the video. I was searching for it for you, but yeah, nah. Carson, Wale wasn't feeling the fact that Carson did not know who he is, bro. But Carson he's like one of those people, bro. He's like one of those people. Unfortunately, man, even though he's very, very talented, people always forget about Wale because say he do make some good music, and every now and then, just like one of those people who's like very, I would not say spiritual, but like emotional that deal with mental health situation. He wanna sometimes he gotta disappear so he can like so he can deal with all those so he can deal with his mental issue situation, man. And which I get it. You gotta deal with your mental issue, but the only problem is, man, people forget about you real quick, bro. We're living in this time, bro, guys. People got short memories. People, bro, a matter of seconds, people forget about you. So let's look at the update of what's going on in LA right now. This is the latest speech from the governor of state of Republic.
Oh, it's here.
First day,
Jacob, I'm gonna cut you off because I promised we were going to go to the governor as soon as we had audio and video, and we're going to go to the governor. I so appreciate you bringing us this peaceful protest.
Constitutional right to free speech and assembly, to protest their government's actions. In turn, the state of California and the city and county of Los Angeles sent our police officers to help keep the peace. And with some exceptions, they were successful. Like many states, California is no stranger to this sort of unrest. We manage it regularly and with our own law enforcement. But this, again, was different. What then ensued was a use of tear gas, flashbang grenades, rubber bullets, federal agents detaining people and undermining their due process rights. Donald Trump, without consulting California law enforcement leaders, commandeered 2,000 of our state's National Guard members to deploy on our streets illegally and for no reason. This brazen abuse of power by a sitting president inflamed a combustible situation, putting our people, our officers, and even our National Guard at risk. That's when the downward spiral began. He doubled down on his dangerous National Guard deployment by fanning the flames even harder. And the president, he did it on purpose. As the news spread throughout LA, anxiety for family and friends ramped up. Protests started again. By night, several dozen lawbreakers became violent and destructive. They vandalized property. They tried to assault police officers. Many of you have seen the video clips of cars burning on cable news. If you incite violence, I want to be clear about this. If you incite violence or destroy our communities, you're going to be held to account. That kind of criminal behavior will not be tolerated, full stop. Already more than 220 people have been arrested, and we're reviewing tapes to build additional cases, and people will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Again, thanks to our law enforcement officers and the majority of Angelenos who protested peacefully, the situation was winding down and was concentrated in just a few square blocks downtown. But that's not what Donald Trump wanted. He again chose escalation. He chose more force. He chose theatrics over public safety. He federalized another 2,000 Guard members. He deployed more than 700 active U.S. Marines. These are the men and women trained for foreign combat, not domestic law enforcement. We honor their service. We honor their bravery. But we do not want our streets militarized by our own armed forces, not in LA, not in California, not anywhere. We're seeing unmarked cars in school parking lots, kids afraid of attending their own graduation. Trump is pulling a military dragnet all across Los Angeles, well beyond his stated intent to just go after violent and serious criminals. His agents are arresting dishwashers, gardeners, day laborers, and seamstresses. That's just weakness masquerading as strength. Donald Trump's government isn't protecting our communities. They're traumatizing our communities. And that seems to be the entire point. California will keep fighting. We'll keep fighting on behalf of our people, all of our people, including in the courts. Just yesterday, we filed a legal challenge to Donald Trump's reckless deployment of American troops to a major American city. Today, we sought an emergency court order to stop the use of the American military to engage in law enforcement activities across Los Angeles. If some of us could be snatched off the streets without a warrant, based only on suspicion or skin color, then none of us are safe. Authoritarian regimes begin by targeting people who are least able to defend themselves, but they do not stop there. Trump and his loyalists, they thrive on division because it allows them to take more power and exert even more control. And by the way, Trump, he's not opposed to lawlessness and violence as long as it serves him. What more evidence do we need than January 6th? Ask everyone. Take time, reflect on this perilous moment. A president who wants to be bound by no law or constitution, perpetuating a unified assault on American traditions. This is a president who in just over 140 days has fired government watchdogs that could hold him accountable for corruption and fraud. He's declared a war on culture, on history, on science, on knowledge itself. Databases quite literally are vanishing. He's delegitimizing news organizations, and he's assaulting the First Amendment. And the threat of defunding them, at threat, he's dictating what universities themselves can teach. He's targeting law firms and the judicial branch that are the foundations of an orderly and civil society. He's calling for a sitting governor to be arrested for no other reason than to, in his own words, for getting elected. And we all know this Saturday, he's ordering our American heroes, the United States military, and forcing them to put on a vulgar display to celebrate his birthday, just as other failed dictators have done in the past. Look, this isn't just about protests here in Los Angeles. When Donald Trump sought blanket authority to commandeer the National Guard, he made that order apply to every state in this nation. This is about all of us. This is about you. California may be first, but it clearly will not end here. Other states are next. Democracy is next. Democracy is under assault before our eyes. This moment we have feared has arrived. He's taking a wrecking ball to our founding fathers' historic project. 3 co-equal branches of independent government. There are no longer any checks and balances. Congress is nowhere to be found. Speaker Johnson has completely abdicated that responsibility. The rule of law has increasingly been given way to the rule of Don. The founding fathers, they didn't live and die to see this kind of moment. It's time for all of us to stand up. Justice Brandeis, he said it best. In a democracy, the most important office, with all due respect, Mr. President, is not the presidency. And it's certainly not governor. The most important office is office of citizen. At this moment, we all need to stand up and be held to account, a higher level of accountability. If you exercise your First Amendment rights, please do it peacefully. I know many of you are feeling deep anxiety, stress, and fear, but I want you to know that you are the antidote to that fear and that anxiety. What Donald Trump wants most is your fealty, your silence to be complicit in this moment. Do not give in to him.
All right. I guess that was a speech from the governor, Gov Newsom, tonight. I think he's trying to speak to be the next president, or the next leader of Democrat. Do you think he got it? No, I don't think he got it. I will not vote for him. I see California. I don't want the state to look like California, to be honest with you. Let's see other people watch this guy. I like his opinion a lot.
NASCAR on Prime's headed to Mexico City. Brand new road course for the Cup guys. I love it.
Sounds like a track with my name all over it.
Actually, it's called Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez.
Stream Mexico City. It's on Prime.
Overall, the initial protests over these ICE raids have clearly morphed into something larger. The president seeking this conflict, seeking a chance to use what are clearly extraordinary powers, unusual powers, rarely deployed federal powers, while overruling the sitting governor of the state. Democrats have been pushing back. They are taking him to court, as mentioned. But overall, in what is still an early period in the second term of this unusual Trump presidency, the nation is facing a wider reckoning over a president who confesses what are improper goals, recently arresting some opponents in the Democratic Party because they disagree with him. In a case that, again, a lot's going on, you're forgiven if it's hard to keep track, but that case, that arrest, very dramatic, of a Democratic mayor in his own city, dropped. The case fell apart. The lawyers tasked with defending the arrest admitted a type of wrongdoing in court. That mayor is now suing the Trump administration, but that would appear to be an improper use of force by evidence of the fact that they didn't even stick with the case. But remember, this week, as we see soldiers in the streets, the president is threatening the same type of arrest against the California governor in this clash, Governor Newsom. He's basically said, bring it on. But that is where we are. And Trump is leaning into this very controversy over the use of these powers in the Guard, warning of big force against protesters, which would sound like people exercising constitutional rights if they peacefully protest. But that's his warning to people who might come to the planned D.C. parade this weekend.
If there's any protester who wants to come out, they will be met with very big force. By the way, for those people that want to protest, they're going to be met with very big force.
Let's take this seriously. Protests met with big force. The public warning from the sitting president. This isn't campaign rhetoric. This isn't some lurching, sloppy statement somewhere along the line being taken out of context. This is being said right now by your president as he tests whether he can get away with putting Marines in the streets. And not just any streets, the streets of California, which he has publicly said he views as the type of place filled with the type of Americans that he wants to patrol, that he views as some type of opponent. But like every president, Donald Trump took an oath in public to uphold the Constitution. And so we can report as news, even if it sounds like bad news, that the president is quite blatantly undercutting the oath he took today by vowing big force for people exercising constitutional rights to assemble and protest and speak, while using this rare, courts haven't said whether it's illegal or not, but rare instance of extreme military-style federal force in California. You have the statement matched by the action. This week's clash, which clearly is not an overnight event, is one of Trump's choosing. What started with deportation powers is now about limits potentially on Trump's power. The president does not have the legal power to police daily life in states and cities. That is what states do under federalism.
Yep.
That's why you have state officers, state representatives that you vote for, local police, not federal agents running through your home.
Yep.
President also doesn't have the legal power to silence or threaten dissent, although it is clear that he welcomes a clash on those terms. As for the actual protests, let's tell you here in the news what we know. They have occurred now across roughly 4 days. Hundreds of people have gathered in different locations. On Monday night, there were about 100 arrests. There were some violent incidents. The situation required law enforcement, which traditionally patrols these areas. But these gatherings, to be clear, although there are some dramatic moments in footage, just by the scale, and we've covered this and we have our reporters on the ground there, these gatherings are not anywhere near Los Angeles' largest security challenges. This clash has now brought out more protests in other places, people deciding to speak up, to be counted, that they see what's happening in Los Angeles. And we've seen this in San Francisco, Austin, Atlanta. People are taking action. They want to stand, they say, many of them from the signs and the coverage we have, against an effort by Donald Trump to take a showdown that involved a lot of peaceful protest, and as mentioned, some prosecutable incidents, but for him to try to take that and turn it into the rationale to deploy the National Guard or now the Marines in these other places, people are standing up. And this is a democracy. So against pressure, there is still, until and unless the Constitution actually breaks and we live in a different kind of country, there is obviously, this is just a fact, a role for the people to stand up or stand down, to get engaged or sit it out. But it's a decision in a democracy people still make, which is a point that our colleague Rachel Maddow made on MSNBC just last night, which we can observe.
So yeah, I like his viewpoint. He always gives some good viewpoint when he's speaking about Trump, or even though he's in a so-called Democratic channel, he always gives a clear, balanced opinion where he doesn't feel so left-leaning. Yeah, man, I hope you like the news for tonight, man. What I want to tell to all my Hispanic people, be out there, be safe. To all my immigrants, be safe. If you're not going to work, try to use Uber. Don't stay too much in public transportation anymore. And try to get a ride to your work and come back home. And hopefully, man, this thing will not last forever. But this is Bourgeois Daily, man. Thank you so much for watching tonight. I wanted to give an update for what happened this weekend with ICE, with California, with, matter of fact, even in my state where I live in Orlando, Florida, when I was driving, working, I see them all over my city. Matter of fact, my governor, even Florida, just passed a law, even if inside university, right? Even in a university, it passed a law that the school police, university police can arrest people and question them and detain them about their status. And if the school police find out that you are overstay your visa, or if you're a visa student and you're doing crime, you can get deported. That's part of Trump to get more student visa out of this country. You don't understand how profitable foreign student is to a university. But this guy who cares so much about education, bro, I don't get it. They're going after a student now, even university all over the country. I don't get it. It's one thing if you have it with one university because they didn't let you or your son, which is Harvard, into the school. But it's another thing to have it with every university and everywhere. I don't know. Leave your comment in this video. Let me know what you think. If you're first like to my channel, thank you so much for watching. While you're there, like video, share video, hit the notification bell. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Deuces, guys. Love you guys so much.